Welcome back to Studio 701.
If you're like me, you've been spending way too much money on online shopping during the pandemic, unfortunately.
So this next segment, it just might benefit you.
And all of us trying to save money. Dustin Bitts, Capital Credit Union, VP of Member Services, joins us now. Hi, Dustin.
Morning, Dustin.
Oh, happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday. Sorry we forgot the Hawaiian memo,
Oh,
but
that's okay. Next time.
next time.
Let's hope so. Maybe we can get to do it in November again, too.
That's
Good to
great.
me.
Well, I like that you said you have 5 painless ways to save money, because every time I hear saving money, I think, does that mean I don't get to order things on Amazon endlessly like this again?
Yeah, well, you know what? These are maybe a little painless, but I kind of find that these are the ones that are like the change in between the couch cushions and on the floor of the car, because they're really, you have to work at them a little bit, but they can really save you a lot of money just by looking at them. So yeah, kind of my top 5 is what I like to call them.
Top 5. Okay, so we heard how you came up with your list. Let's start going through it one at a time.
Well, the first one is debt. You know, unfortunately, everybody has some, you know, hopefully some kind of debt, I would think, but you know, one of the things is I always say, if you can get rid of that, that's going to free up your cash flow. I mean, really, it's going to get you some money in your pocket, and then there's some different ways you can do it. You know, not everybody can take all their debt and consolidate it into one. So, you know, snowball method, experts say that's kind of one of the best ways to consolidate your debt and basically take, you know, your smallest debt first, pay that off, and then take what you were paying to that and roll it into the next one. So, you know, if you can get rid of that debt, again, that's the best thing you can do. So, you know, the second thing is that cut down on those groceries. So I could ask you this question. Do you guys ever eat before you go to the grocery store?
You know what?
Don't go to the grocery store hungry,
Oh,
I think is what he's trying to say.
That's what
That
I
is so
always do.
true.
Yes,
That is so
I
true.
always do that.
You know, one of the things is my wife and I, we have day dates on Saturdays or Sundays usually, and it's going to Sam's Club or Walmart or something like that. But yeah, make sure you eat before you go. The other thing is make a list. You know, be surprised how much if you just make a list and keep to that, it makes a big difference. We do a lot of meal planning at my house. We got a lot of kids. So it's kind of nice to plan those meals out. You know, I don't know about you, but working all day and then having to go home and think about what you're going to make for dinner is probably one of the most painful things to do.
It is.
So if you can plan them out on Saturday or Sunday and kind of work through that, that's a huge thing. The other thing, don't take your kids with. Sometimes it's nice not to bring the kids with, because you know what? They want to grab the snacks, they want to grab the Oreos, they, you know, do all those things too. I mean, we do that too, but it's easier if you have the kids left at home. So
I think that is an excellent tip.
It is. When you get to the checkout line, you're like, wait a second, where did this come from?
All of a
They
sudden I
just
had
snuck it in.
Snicker bars in my purse, and I had to say, okay, I'm not shoplifting. She must have put this in here.
yeah, we get to the, you know, when we get to Walmart sometimes when we have our little guy with us, you know, we'll find stuff in the cart we didn't plan on buying. So.
Right. It happens to all of us, for sure.
You know, some of the other things that we can look at is lower your monthly bills. You know, really look at like the Netflix, the Amazon, the Hulu, the cable TV, you know, gym memberships. You know, some people have a gym membership. They haven't been there for like 6 months. So
That's me. That is so me.
you know, that's one of the things you can do. Also, another one I have, reduce energy costs. Now, I'm not saying take less showers. I'm just, you know, just stay in there a little less time. So, you know, we have a little guy at home that he likes to stand in there and listen to music and, you know, put a time on it, maybe. Less there. The other one, do your homework. Don't be afraid to kind of negotiate sometimes, but also look for the best deal. You know, the one thing is, you know, insurance and all these different things. You know, it doesn't hurt to check out you know, and shop around.
Yeah, no, these are all really, really good tips. Is there one that you think is maybe, if you had to pick one, let's start it right today.
Baby steps.
Okay.
Yeah, baby steps. Which one should we all do today? Which one of those tips?
You know, I would probably say the groceries, you know, and meal planning, because, you know, an average household of 4 is about $900 a month in food.
Wow.
You know, Dustin, I have to say that was the one when I was reading through. I was like, cut down on groceries? What? No. But I get what you're saying. Don't go buy the pizza rolls, although they're delicious, and you know the ice cream and all that stuff, just because it looks good. You know, get what you need and not what you don't. Doesn't mean you can't treat yourself, but at least, you know, don't be hungry when you're.
Well, and you got to splurge every once in a while too. But
Sure.
I just always think if you have a list and you kind of follow to that, that really does make a big difference.
I'm notorious for. My wife says, pick up these 3 things, and I come home with 7, and I forgot one of the things on the list.
Right. I went there for this, forgot that. But hey, I bought $200 worth of other things.
Yep.
Someone was just saying that, especially Target happens to get my friends and myself quite often. You go in there for one little thing, and all of a sudden, always spend $100 somehow. Having a plan, Dustin, I think that is honestly so important. I need to do that.
Such is life. Have
I
a
need
plan.
to follow through on it too. So I'm going to start that today. Thank you, Dustin.
Yep,
Thank you,
sounds
Dustin.
good.
All right. This has been Ways to Save, Ways to Spend.
If you'd like to contact Dustin, contact him at capcu.org. Keep it here.